Hi guys. Today we're going to do a half an hour segment of Pilates, so you can do this video when you don't have time to come to a class with me or when you're traveling. If possible, you'll have one block and one strap. And if these items aren't available to you, you can use a dog leash, you can use a tie, you can use one of your kids' karate belts, anything that won't stretch or rip. And then for the block, if you don't have a block, it's fine. You'll pretend that you do have a block. Meaning that if we are going to hold the block, then you will just hold your hands at that position, and if we put a block between the knees, you'll just remember that you would have left a space for a block there, and watch out for knees collapsing in or out. The purpose of Pilates, what we'll do today, is we'll move our arms, we'll move our legs, sometimes we'll move a combination of those limbs, but all the while trying not to move the core while the limbs connected to the core move. So through that act of stabilization is where the strength comes from. So let's make our movements smaller, more controlled, and not expect big moves and definitely no fast moves. Because remember, momentum will not have you using your muscles as much, and we want to use the muscles. That's how we get stronger. All right, so let's begin. On your mat, let's turn to the side. We're going to place the block, or pretend that we have a block. You'll remember not letting your knees collapse in or bow open. Placing that block between your knees, just grab some of your flesh and move it out of the way on the tush so we can get to those sits bones underneath, from which I'd like you to push down into to fix your posture. Breathe in, nice and tall. Your feet are open to knee width because we care quite a bit about alignment. And then as you breathe out, try to find a scoop or a hollow to the belly. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, squeeze your block if you're using a block, and then pull in and up into your scoop. Inhaling and exhaling. Just getting a little flexibility to the spine. One more. Keeping the chin level. And then we'll remove the block. Inhale, straight legs. Push into those sit bones to sit up. Exhale, pull the navel backwards while reaching the block forward. Inhale, up, press into the bones. Exhale, pull the navel back through the spine to the wall behind you while reaching the block forward. This time, inhale up with the knees bent, and on your exhale, let's come all the way down to the ground. So you want to hold this block a few inches from your chest and give it a nice squeeze to find those shoulder muscles helpful. And then when we get to the bottom, if you're hanging off the edge of your mat, you can readjust, and we'll begin by placing the block down. Bring the knees in and rock side to side. You want to wiggle through your ankles and your toes, shake out your shoulders. Just get a little loose in all the areas you may not know that you're holding tension. So we'll breathe in and hold our right knee and extend our left leg out. Now you want to scoop your belly and leave your head on the ground or lift it, only if you don't feel any neck tension. Breathing in and breathing out. Whether you've chosen to have your head off the ground or on the ground, make sure you have a little bit of a chin tuck, like you could have an apple's distance or a fist distance between chin to chest. You want to hollow out your belly and you want to screw your shoulders down out of your ears. Let's try 10, 9, 8, and we're really anchoring that belly through the spine. 5, here's 4. We're actively hugging the shoulders down out of the ears. And 1. Let's come down, rock side to side. If you have a block, place that block back between your knees, and your hands are going to be out to the side, palms down. Breathe in, anchor your navel through the back, like I tied a string to your belly button and I'm in the basement hanging from it. And as you breathe out, take your legs to the left and hover. Inhale back to center. Exhale, relax the shoulders over to the right. Come back to center, breathing in. And exhale over to the left. Steadying the breath, inhale through the nose. And then exhale, relax through the shoulders and jaw. Feel those obliques. Come back to center. Let's remove the block and place it between the hands. Try to scoop out that belly, or imagine me hanging from your belly button string. Breathing in, a chin tuck for back neck length. And we have a lot of right angles in the knees, hips, and armpits. As we exhale, we keep the belly anchored and we slide one of the legs forward with the block going back enough to compensate. Inhale back to our dead bug position. Exhale, anchor the belly through the back and only extend your leg as far as you can keep that back anchored. Inhale. As you exhale, we're extending There's no strength on the inhale, so we use that when we recover. And then we use the strength of the exhale to anchor the navel down through the back. Inhale, center. Be careful that you're not anchoring your head or tensing your neck or jaw, but that you're exclusively finding that anchor and that scoop in the lower half of the torso. Let's try 2 more. Understanding that the length that we extend the leg may vary due to muscular fatigue, or maybe it might get bigger if you're warming up now. And come back to center. Let's put that block down and raise our hips up off the ground. You don't want to be like half of a rainbow. You do want to squeeze your tush as high as you like, but find your scoop so that you feel like a children's slide more than a popped up belly, half of a rainbow. So go ahead and squeeze your tush as high as you like. Make sure your toes are facing true north toward the short side of your mat, and then just give your shoulders a wiggle. If you can wiggle them while squeezing your tush, you've got that great scoop. Now your hands are going to be gently on your hip bones. Breathe in. And as we exhale, push into your left heel and bring your right knee up a bit, keeping that 90-degree angle at the knee joint. Inhale down. Press firmly into your right heel and your left leg floats up. So inhales are down, shoulders relaxed. Exhale, press down, then float up. Inhale. Exhale. So we're really toning the buns, not by raising the leg, but by pressing firmly in the leg that stays on the ground. That's our focus. Let's try 2 more. And if you want it harder, no arms on the ground. But remember, one of our main things in Pilates is keeping the torso still, even when we're in unstable situations or the limbs are moving. Now inhale, tippy toes, and exhale, smooth your spine down like a piece of tape onto a surface without any air bubbles. And then we'll hug the knees to center and rock side to side. Shake out the jaw, the shoulders, and the toes. Now, head up and tuck your chin in so that you feel like a C curve. Inhale, raise your booty. Exhale, roll up and try not to touch. So you want to have a curve, but you don't want to be a compressed short lowercase c. You want to be a uppercase C with a little chin tuck. Try not to touch your shoulders or head, and try not to touch your feet. Inhale, exhale. If you want, you could hold on to your calves. Not hold on, but touch them. And then you'll make it harder because when you're holding onto your thighs, your legs can do that and help you in the back. And when you're holding your shins or calves, that cannot happen. Let's try 1 more. Exhale up. Hold your boat, or if you feel slouched, it benefits you to touch down, get nice and tall, and then meet us again. So holding that boat by holding onto your legs or not, roll your shoulders back, level chin, 5, 4, 3 more, 2, and number 1. Feet long on the ground, breathe in. Remember, push down to get higher, and then pull your navel back while reaching forward. And then come on up. Let's grab our block and put it between our feet. You want to have a good grip on it, so make sure that you're about centered with your grip. And then you want to have your strap folded in half, held at shoulder height and shoulder width so that we can pull outwardly while squeezing inwardly on the block. Inhale, push down into your hips to sit tall. Exhale, pull the strap wide, squeeze the block in, and then find that scoop by lifting up on the pelvic floor until you're inside the navel, and then inhale, a nice stretch. Exhale, pull the strap wide, keep it at about eye level and stare through it so you know your chin and your neck is in good alignment. Inhale up. Exhale, look straight through the strap, pull it wide, squeeze the block in, and scoop your belly up. 3 more. Squeeze the block, pull the strap, follow the navel. Squeeze the block, pull the strap wide, stare through the strap for great neck alignment, and scoop your belly. Last one. This is great for building strength in that band that wraps around the lower belly and back that keeps us all cinched in. And then up. Let's put our strap down and lay onto our back again. If you want, you could go down bone by bone with a little bit of a chin tuck and relaxed shoulders, or if you're feeling tired, you might just ease yourself down. Rock side to side when we arrive. Next, we're going to move into double straight leg stretch, straightening one leg up, then the other. Imagine that I'm hanging in the basement on your belly button string. Head down with a chin tuck or head up with a chin tuck, only if you don't have any neck tension. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhaling, exhaling. So what we're trying to do is breathe in one way, breathe out the other way. Remembering that our breath work is deep core work. I can't help you get these deep core muscles of diaphragmatic control strong through any exercises, just breathing. You want to have your shoulders hugged down. You want a chin tuck, whether your head is off the ground or not. You want me hanging on your belly button string, so we've got that abdominal scoop. And then try to keep your legs long as we do 4, 3, 2, and number 1. Put the feet on the ground, reach the arms back, and allow this lower back airspace, a nice stretch. Now breathe in through your nose for 5. And then breathe out for 6. I really feel how good it feels to firm those deep belly muscles and cleanse all the junk out. And then we're going to roll ourselves up again. Let's come onto our hands and knees. And on your hands and knees, if you'd like, you can use a block. And so what that block would do is the block would be right under your superhero emblem, right in the center of your chest. And then when your hands are on either side of the block, you know that the hands are correctly under the armpits where they should be. They should not be up here, and none of us have shoulders that are mat width. So right in there under your armpits. Remember, we like our joints stacked. Drop the belly, raise the head, cow tilt, breathe in. Exhale, cat tuck, and this is also our scoop, isn't it? Inhaling, and exhaling. Now let's inhale, stop in the middle. We don't want cow or cat, we want a flat line from head to tail. And then on the exhale, let's take the block forward, or no block, and the opposite leg back. Inhaling down, trying not to move head to tail. Exhaling, left arm, right leg. Now really energize that right leg long. Gliding down, we breathe in. Gliding up, we breathe out. Notice we don't need to extend the arm very long at all, but we are going for a nice long leg. As we do one more pair, imagine that there is a full punch bowl on your back, and you're trying not to spill one drop of it. Make sure your leg doesn't go higher than the tush. Inhale down, soft elbows to recruit the arm muscles instead of taxing the joint, and exhaling. Come on down. Drop your belly, look up, inhale. Exhale, coil the navel in, press the earth away, let your head dangle. And then let's stop in the middle again. Let's take our hand with or without the block forward and our opposite leg. Look straight under your nose where a bead of sweat would drop and soften your base elbow. Breathe in, long, long leg, loose neck. And breathe out, right arm righter, left leg lefter. Glide back to center and breathe in, soften the jaw. Exhale, righter and lefter. Glide back to center, long energized leg. And our third time. Come back to center and breathe in. And as you exhale, let's put the block down. Open the knees or keep them together. And just take a moment in our child's pose to let the muscles that we're working relax a bit. We want them to be strong, but not tight. Breathe into your upper back for 5. And try to breathe out all the way to 6. And you can feel that cleansing exhale. Let's come down to our left arm and right leg. You can take the block up with you or leave the block on the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, left arm lefter, right leg righter. Inhale to center. Exhale, left and right again. Try to keep steady, head to tail. Inhale, try to keep that base elbow soft. And our third out of 3. Relax your jaw. Coming on back to center and moving our block out of the way. Let's slither on down to our bellies. When you get to your belly, we're going to work the upper back first into breaststroke. Pick up your right leg, make it longer, and put it down. Pick up your left leg, make it longer, and hopefully now you feel a little more lengthened in both legs. Your thumbs go under your ribs and you hug your elbows in with upper back strength. As you inhale, you press up. As you exhale, you remove your hands from the mat. Inhale, maintain your height and sweep the arms back. Exhale, hands under the ribs, the thumbs at least. Inhale, up, hug the elbows in. Exhale, firm your belly into the mat and float your hands. Inhale, maintain your position and sweep the arms back. Exhale, thumbs by the ribs. Let's do a few more. Remember, your feet are staying on the ground and your neck and jaw are loose. 2 more up. Remove the hands. Sweep them back. And come on down, guys. We have 1 more here. Up. Elbows in, shoulders back from the ears. Remove your hands with your strong exhale. Inhale, sweeping back. Exhale, let's take rest. Bring your knees together and your feet together in the air. Get your hands by your ribs and hug those elbows in. Take an inhale to prepare and collect energy. And then on your exhale, press up to the top of a plank. Inhale, sit back on your tucked toes to mobilize the plantar fascia. Get a little stretch in the bottom of our feet. And then exhale, come forward. Your arms should be vertical. Armpits over hands or hands under the armpits. And we're going to take a little Pilates push-up dip. Inhale back, feel that stretch. Notice the hands don't move. You put them under your armpits where they should be, and you never move them. Inhale back. Exhale, only as far down as you can do with great form. Inhale back. 2 more. We've really got those fingers spread out. Exhale, hug the elbows in. Inhale, sit back and rest. And you'll feel that stretch in your lats and your triceps too. Last one. And back up. Let's come to our forearms now. We're going to do a forearm plank, and then we'll get back on our bellies. So when you come to your elbows, you want to give them a quick cup. Not touch them, cup them. Then you'll know they're in where they should be under your armpits. Take your hands forward to a loose fist or stacked palms, and we begin to walk those knees back until we're no longer on the knee, but we're on the thigh at the knee, where a knee-length pair of shorts would be. If you prefer, you can be on your toes, but breathe in and breathe out. So your shoulders should be relaxed, your jaw is soft. Think of these front hip bones. Breathe in. And on your exhale, tuck those hip bones a little bit toward the bottom ribs, finding that scoop. Inhale, flat. Exhale, scoop. Inhale, flat. Exhale, tuck. Last one, flat. And then tuck. And then knees down. Let's open your knees to about hip width. And then come to your elbows. Look at your fingers, and that will spout your peacock tail up. That's correct. And then you'll start to lower your heart into our nice poppy stretch. The length of your arms is up to you. The more bent they are, the more stable. But the length provides more stretch. So you have to be where it makes you feel safe. Breathe in and feel your ribs widen. And as you breathe out, sink in your heart. Let your breath go fully. Okay, back to our bellies again. When you arrive, give your shoulders a little shimmy. Pick up your right leg, make it longer. Put it down. Make your left leg longer. And now we're ready to begin. And now we're going to move into full Superman, where we take both the upper body and the lower body off the ground. When you are up, make sure to reach all of your 20 digits backwards, taking the shoulders out of the neck with the upper back muscles getting stronger, and firming your booty with long legs, not kind of bent knees to get the feet higher. So, always looking downward, never looking forward. We don't need to put energy into the neck. So breathing in. As we exhale, press into the belly. Float up, don't fling, and reach all 20 of those digits backwards. Inhale, glide down with control. Exhale, firm the belly, then float, don't fling, and then reaching backwards. Inhale. Exhale, firm the belly, then float, then reach. And remember, it's all about the control, so don't use all your energy on the way up and hold, and then you have to flop down. Save enough energy for the strength of the controlled release. Let's try 2 more. Make sure you're not cramping the toes or in any other way straining the arch. Reaching those hands back, taking the shoulders out of your loose neck, and then come on back. Let's put our hands close to our chest, push on up, and enjoy a nice child's pose. We're going to move this child's pose though, kind of reclaim the breath and stretch the sides. So as we inhale, come on up, put your left hand in front of your right or on top, and as you exhale, sit back to the left, away from your hands. Inhale, come up, left hand goes home, right hand in front or on top of it, and exhale, sit your hips to the right. So we have that nice long dynamic tension. Inhale, one more time, right. Exhale, nice and easy back to the left. Back up. And to the right. And let's come on up. Now we're going to sit down and we're going to work on 2 things. Number 1, good posture, and number 2, maintaining good posture even when layering rotation onto it. So in English, that means don't get shorter to twist further. So arms up. Exhale, touch your ribs. Stay tall by pressing down, and then rotation to your right. Inhale up. Press down into your sits bones, level chin, left rotation. And what you want to do is take these ribs like they're a barrel. Inhale up. And your barrel is on the pole of your spine, and that barrel rotates to the right. So make sure your ribs are the one doing the movement. Up. Ribs rotate left. Turning your head further isn't helpful. Up. Press down into your sits bones to maintain height and rotate. Last time up. And last time rotate. All right, let's come back to our hands and knees and use our block. What you're going to do is you're going to put your knee on the block, and then we're going to lift the other knee, not to the side, not behind us, not to the chest, but just straight up like a bucket. So your right knee on the block, you can be on your knuckles or your hands. Knuckles give you a few extra inches to find the ground. And then on your exhale, just lift your knee up to right knee height. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Proud head. Exhale, lift. It's easier if your right foot is touching the ground, a little more challenging if this foot is up. And now we're going to move a little quicker. Up, release, up. Watch out your elbows aren't locked. Up, and stop. Okay, hopefully you felt that around that lower belly band and into the hip strength. Now block on the left side. Find fresh padding for your hands, soften the elbows, pull your head out of your shoulders, and exhale, lift. Inhale down. Down. Make sure your forehead doesn't fall below the spinal line. And then down, lift, down, lift, proud head, soft elbows, and done. All right, let's finish up by doing some exercises on the side. We'll lay on one side first to start. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you cannot see your toes. I can see my toes right now, therefore I'm not in a straight line. Get the feet back where you can't see the toes, and then flex your ankles, not pointed, flexed. Rib over rib, not leaning back or forward, and retract your shoulder to stay stacked on the bottom shoulder too. If it agitates your neck to use your arm as a pillow or your shoulder, you can use your block. Press down into one foot and up with the other. So your toes should be looking at the wall you are. We're not leading with the toes up yet. We are actively pressing the bottom foot down. That helps us stabilize, and we can use a hand or not. Of course, we could also use fingertips. That's a nice middle ground between hand or no hand. Now let's lead with the toes. Notice your movement gets bigger. Press down with the bottom foot to anchor, and our whole goal, just like it's been the whole class, is to not move the core while the limbs move. Now toe down, leading with your heel, trying not to lean forward in the hips or the shoulder. Pressing down with the bottom foot, exhaling and inhaling. Now hold it up, small, 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 relax your neck, 4, relax your lips, 2 and 1. Give that leg a hug and just roll through your ankle. Now you'll need your hand in front of your chest to help you. Inhale, leg up, exhale down and push firmly with the bottom leg to anchor. Inhale, in and up. Try not to cut your corners. Exhale, use your bottom leg to help stabilize you. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, try not to cut your corners. Exhale, relax your neck, press down more with your bottom foot. Now take this leg, get a passive stretch to that tight thigh while your foot's in the front, and we'll do our inner thigh raises. Here's a great time to retract your shoulder, scoop out your belly, and make sure you're not having any fists or clamped jaws. 2 more. 1 more. And now pulse. 8, 7, the smaller the better. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lay on our back with this leg. What was your top leg? Crossed over the other. And then if you need a deeper stretch than just a leg crossed over, you could either try pushing the thigh away, releasing the front tightness, or holding the leg being crossed over to stretch the outer lines of that hip. Make sure your chin's not jutted up, but a nice tuck. Breathe in, wiggle out your toes and shoulders. And if you require a little more sensation, you could also raise the foot of the leg you're holding. Breathe out slowly. All right, let's go on to our other side. So all we're going to do to finish up is what we've already done. So let's lay flat. You don't want to be able to see your toes. Get them back, 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 back. Use your hand or your fingertips or no hand. Flex your ankles, not point. Lay the head nice and easy, and up and down we go. Now, I can't stress enough that we are also using the bottom leg. What's going on is we're working both outer thighs because our toes are looking at the wall that we are, not toes up yet. One thigh is pushing up through air and therefore it can move. One thigh is pressing down through wood and therefore it can't move. But both legs are attempting to move apart, away from the midline. Now let's lead with the toe. And that's a bigger movement, uses our quadricep muscle, and makes it a little bit harder to balance. Use your bottom leg. 1 more. Toe faces down. Try to find your stability through the trunk. So if you need to slow that leg down or make a big movement, please do. The heel's leading. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying. 1 more. Try to keep that belly scooped and the top shoulder from slouching forward over the chest. Flatten your foot. Pulse. Pulse. Smaller is better. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, hand on the ground, moving into our plies. Inhale, in and up. Exhale, use your bottom leg to anchor you. In and up. Exhale. So you inhale as you move through the X and Y axes, and you exhale the hypotenuse. 1 more time. Try not to round the corners. Use your bottom leg to anchor you, slow control. Now we'll get a nice stretch on that tired hip by placing the foot in the front. Slide your leg back in line with your body and begin your inner thigh lifts. And these inner thigh lifts aren't very hard on your brain. Not a lot of coordination or thought required. So you can think about your shoulder posture, your smooth breath, even when your heart rate's accelerated, and the scoop of your belly we're trying to maintain. Definitely the hardest position to scoop right now. One more. And let's pulse. 8, 7, 6, loose mouth, loose neck. 3, 2, and 1. Let's lay on our back. The leg that was just on top, now crossed over the other one. Breathe. If you need a little extra stretch, you can hold the thigh being crossed over. But make sure you can put your head back down. If you can't put your head down when you're holding your leg, I don't think you needed to be holding the leg today. But if you require a little bit more, you could also raise the foot to some degree. Wiggle through the toes, relax through the tongue. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Now let's get up. However you'd like. You can roll onto your side and press up, or if you feel like you've got a little bit of energy left, we could do one more boat. So if you're going to do a boat, let's roll on up. If you feel slouched, maybe we should fix that. And then we'll hold our boat for 10, 9. It's your final coup de grace. If you want it a little harder, you could not hold on or straighten your legs. Let's try 4, 3, 2, and legs long on the ground. Exhale. Let's come on up. Take a nice stretch in a few different directions. Inhale up. Exhale, a little light lateral lean. Inhale up. A little lean to the side. Lateral flexion. Nice stretch on your right side body. Let's come on up. Right hand on left knee. Sit tall. Level chin. And a little bit of rotation. Your left hand is propping you up like a second spine. Since it's hard to sit tall now, we're tired. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand on right knee and your right hand real close to your tush, propping you up like a second spine. Level chin. Maybe a slight downward gaze and a soft mouth. Let's take one more breath together. Arms up, press down into your sits bones. Exhale, hands back down. Hope you like that. Have a great day. So I hope you had fun with our Pilates practice today. And remember that if you don't have enough time to do the full video, then maybe one day you could do the first half and one day you do the second half and just create an alternation. It's really about doing this habitually, maybe twice a week or 3 times a week if you can. And just really allowing the strength to build on itself and make those gains that you're after. Remember, drink lots of water, and throughout your day, every time you notice that it's a different hour on the clock, press down into your hips, or if you're standing, press down into your feet. That's even better. And allow your shoulders and neck to relax, and just take a nice breath to reset what, for many of us, can be a really overstimulated nervous system. Thank you for doing Pilates with me today.